Lorenda Carr here reporting for duty. That was obnoxious. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to, we are in Todd Leonard's house, and we're going to, which used to be the Bank Sisters' house. I'm like, I need to like.
At historic Camp Chesterfield.
At historic Camp Chesterfield.
We always have to add that.
It is September 20th.
19th.
No, it's the 20th. Because tomorrow is.
Oh
do
my
you
God!
remember?
I signed September 19th in every message today. They probably.
No. They're like, this guy living in the past over here. All right, so September 20th, 2025, and we're in the Bank Sisters' house, and we're just gonna see if I can bring them through in trance. But also there was someone who lived here named George at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna see.
And there were several other people.
There was a lot. Yeah. So we're gonna see who comes through,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to. I am gonna start with my joy guide Lily, because she'll set my energy where it needs to be, and since we just came from Gala, she has to like get me to where it needs to be. So I'm gonna start with joy guide Lily, and then that's what we're gonna do.
Am I okay here, or is that?
Yeah, you're fine. You are fine. We're just gonna see. Oh, we're gonna see what. Let me ground it here. Okay, so the Lily's gonna come in and she's going to explain what's happening. She's my gatekeeper. She's the one that helps me with this. My joy guide. I think you met Lily.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Lizzie has been on my rear end all day, so this is funny. She can't wait to talk. She's the more lively one. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hello.
Oh, hello. And you are Todd.
Yes, I am.
Oh, thank you so much for allowing us to come in and do this.
Our pleasure.
With
Thank you.
you.
For coming.
This is pretty exciting. I don't know if you know this, but Lorenda had put this in. Dr. Mike had come in during a class and kind of took over in this way for the class and took everyone on a field trip into the Akashic records, or the Hall of Records as we call them on the other side. And they wanted to do an experiment in manifesting. And two of the things, they had to put 3 things in their book as students. And one of them was to do something like this, to have a seance or to bring through trance with people that were associated with a place. And so this is checking the box off of her final thing, off on her list. So this is very exciting.
Happy to oblige. Thank you.
So, and how you can best help through this is when in Lizzie will be Elizabeth. I know. Yes, I know. She will be coming in first. She's very excited to speak with you all. So what you'll want to do is make sure you are asking questions, or if there are things that you would like to ask her, she's going to talk and share some of her experiences here, and then there are some other spirits. We will monitor Lorenda's energy in all of this, and we'll just kind of see how it goes, because this is not something that Lorenda has done trance before, so this is just going to be fun and see how she does with all of this. So, and oh man, so nice to see you. We're so happy you're here, and thank you for doing this. And believe me, you can do this. We know you can do this. Okay. So, and oh, Shingo, lovely to see you as well. Okay. So I'm going to step aside, and since Lizzie is so willing and wanting to come in, we're going to adjust Lorenda's vibration to allow her to come in. So if you have questions, especially you, Todd, because you manage the art, and you know about the art. So please feel free to ask her your questions, and she will be more than happy to answer. She's very excited for this. Okay, so I'm going to take my leave. I'll be nearby, and then we'll allow Lizzie to come in. So thank you. Hello, 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 hello. It's so good to be here. Oh, I have missed this feeling in a body. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Hello, hello.
Well,
my
welcome
friend.
home, Lizzie. This is your old home.
It is, I know. Oh, I'm here all the time anyway. But I still walk the grounds. I still am, man, I love to walk around here, and we are here quite often. And it's fun from this perspective, being a spirit. And make no mistake, I've crossed over. We're fine. We're over. There's no strange things happening. But we do like to come and go because we loved this place so much. And also, that house is no longer here.
That's right.
And it's funny because from our perspective, when we're here visiting, we see our home the way it was when we were here. And so coming through this way, it's different because it's not there. So
how has it changed? How has our home changed from when you lived here?
Well, it's bigger.
Mm.
It's bigger. There's more spaces, and the energy is different. It smells nicer. It smells nicer,
Well, thank you.
and it feels very cozy. We loved our house, but we had a lot of energies that would come in and come and go and come and go, and you do too. And some of those energies are still left over from when we were here, and that would come in and visit because they love your vibration. They love your vibration here. Yes, there are main things like electricity, things like that. Those have changed. Some of the houses have changed around.
Sure.
The flower beds are different.
Oh yes.
The flower beds are different. The windows have changed. The windows have changed, and some of the entrances. But it's interesting because even though it's changed, when we visit, it's our space that we see. It's as I step into this body with this medium, I see differently now. And this is quite fascinating because I don't come through this way.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few mediums that we do work through to do art.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. We also loved being artistic. However, as you know, we didn't do the art. We did not do the art spirit that worked with us. But it's been a fun new thing for us to do on the other side. We create also. So this is really fun for us to enjoy this space and this time. And by the way, thank you so much for preserving and doing everything you can to preserve the work that Spirit did through us and shared in our energy. We really appreciate.
Were you surprised that we collected most of your paintings and have them displayed?
We were. I mean, we were happy. We were happy, and to encourage it. And the ones that you had a hard time finding, we tried to nudge you and to finding them. And some of the we are, even from this perspective, still fascinated as to how that all happened, and how our spirits that were working through us would do this. We were very fascinated by all of it too, and we were just so happy that it's still here for people to enjoy and to give spirit a voice. And because those, as you know, those paintings are still alive.
Mm-hmm.
They never died. They're not inanimate objects. They are very much alive. And we love to go visit. We love to go interact with those paintings and visit the spirits and those spirits also have come to us and thanked us for giving them a voice and giving them a place to be remembered.
Which is your favorite painting of all the ones we have displayed?
We love the roses. We
Emily
love
and
the
Rose,
roses.
the Carson paintings.
We do love them, and it was brought to our attention that this medium encountered a spirit that often inhabits the land too. The young boy. And so when we visit, sometimes we cross paths with him, just so you know. And there are other spirits that we cross paths with. That's not from our art. So we still cross paths with some of them, and because all of the art that was dedicated and done for certain spirits keep them there. And it just brings joy, and the attention that they get from the people visiting keep their memories alive.
Is there anything you want us to do as the custodians to ensure that your art is preserved? Is there anything more that we can do?
Just make sure it stays in a safe place. And as things change and evolve, just make sure that they are gifted or given, or just make sure that there is a plan for them to go someplace if things evolve and change. Not that I'm implying that anything is happening very soon.
Sure.
But there should be something,
A backup plan.
a backup plan for them to have a place to go. In the event later, it's just good business and smart business, and just to make sure that we're documenting the stories the best that we can, so the memories live on, not necessarily of May and myself, but the people that inhabit, and their energy is just woven into those pictures. It's so important.
How did you handle back in the day the accusations of fraud that often followed you in May and were able to surpass? But how did you handle that at the time?
It was hard, but we were tough old broads. We were not to be messed with, and we knew that no matter what happened, that we had to stick together, and that we knew that people in surrounding us, the people around us, knew that we were genuine, that this was not something that we could just
manifest,
that we could just make up. We were fascinated at how it all happened as well, and there were even times that we were like, how in the world is this even happening? We don't even know. But what we did know, and what our training provided through our teachers and our guides and the ones in spirit that worked with us, was that we had to trust. We had to trust that no matter what happened to us here, we had to stay strong. We had to stand firm and never give in. Never give them anything that they could run with. Because it was very much like the witch hunts back before our time. Those were very real, and especially in these spaces and in that time, it just was so beyond belief. But we, as the mediums, as the energy holder, and actually really we weren't even mediums, we were energy, we were the holders of the energy and the creators of the space. We had nothing to do with what was happening on the campus. We just knew how to hold the space, and we had to trust our guides and trust spirit to bring that through in the most effective way, and never leave room for doubt. So we had to be consistent. That's how we handled it. We had to be consistent. We had to, and when spirit told us to do something a little different, we had to make sure we asked why. And then so as our techniques evolved, or as their techniques evolved, we had to trust that spirit was having us change things for a reason, and that was just necessary. And spirit kept telling us, we don't worry, we have you. So we understood that even though people were coming at us, we didn't have to be afraid.
How did you discover your gift initially with your sister?
Initially, going way, way back, it was in a dream. And it wasn't quite a dream. It was very much a state, like what the medium is in right now. And it actually, we both had this dream. However, it was different for both of us, and it came through in a different way. And then when we talked about it, we were able to put the pieces together, and we were just told, hold the space. And she May and I were just like, well, I guess we just do what we're told. And it was just interesting because it started out small. It didn't start big. It started out small with little things, and it grew, and it was just so fascinating to us. We didn't even believe it at first. We didn't understand what was happening, but we were guided. We were guided, and we trusted. We trusted our spirit teams, as you guys like to call them now. We trusted our spirits that were working with us, and when they just told us, because we could do this, and I don't think it's really talked about much, but we could do what this medium is doing now. I could. May was better at it, but we could do trance type mediumship, where spirit could step in and tell us what to do, and because we trusted our teams, we let them. So there's not a lot of conscious memory necessarily, because in this state, your conscious mind is further away. So we would, much like what the medium does, her beautiful friend, her Lily, beautiful, very, very nice hostess too, by the way, would, our guide that would do that would come in and speak through us and instruct us on what to do, and we just followed. We learned just to listen, and because May and I were so close, they would it was like our energies were woven together. Is that the word I'm looking for? They would come together.
Intermeshed?
Yes, they would be interwoven and solidified. And when spirit was able to do that with us, it created this, what we could in our mind's eye talk about, like we have almost like a a circle of energy around us, so the energy was contained. And they would take some of our energy, some of the spirit energy, and then some of the elemental energy. That is actually where the materials come from, are the elementals. I know it's been called butterfly dust, very similar, but we came to realize once we could say, okay, Spirit, what in the world, how did this work? It was the elemental energies that were surrounding us.
Do you recommend that we put some canvases and paints here to see what comes through? Or would that
I think it
not
would
make-
be fascinating.
Would you be willing to assist us, or would you call in your guides to assist us to do some sort of precipitated artwork?
Interesting, fascinating.
And how would you recommend that we do it?
I'm asking them right now. I'm going to let May talk about this.
Thank you, Lizzie.
Oh, of course, absolutely. This has just been fascinating, stepping into this flesh and bones body again. It's been so long that we've been given an actual voice too. So this is wonderful. So I'm going to let May talk about this because, okay, she's saying that she can help. She can help. Okay, so I will take my leave. And we'll let her come in.
Thank you,
and
Lizzie.
say, oh, you're
We
so
appreciate
welcome.
you,
No,
Lizzie.
but thank you. Thank you for creating this space for this to happen and to bring us in, to give us the voice that we haven't been given
It is our honor,
in this way.
and we try to maintain the house as you would hope it to be maintained.
Oh, it's really, okay, listen. Stuff is stuff. Things are things. Structures are structures. It's the energy. It's the energy that you keep here, the love that you bring here, and the space that you hold here for our memory. And we appreciate that so much. Even if you could change everything and turn it into some mansion that doesn't even resemble our home anymore.
Or a honky-tonk bar.
Oh, or that. Oh, that's funny. So you could do whatever. We are, like I said before, when we visit here, we visit the spirit of our home as it was. And because your vibration aligns with us in such an amazing way that we can still be drawn here. We still feel, and by the way, the elementals are still here. The nature spirits are still here that assisted us in doing some of this work.
Do you ever go to Lilydale? Because I know you spent time there.
Yeah. We do. Their energy's different. But we like to visit. We like to visit the other places. But really, this seems
Can you
place
give
is
us
different.
a sign that when you're around us that we know it's you? When Shingo and I sense something, what would be a good, excuse me, a good sign that we could have to recognize you? That whenever it happens or we see it, that we know, okay, Lizzie and May are here.
I feel like we should do. Because we're very symbolic like this. Because the art feels like butterfly dust. We would like to come in as butterflies.
Okay.
We will show you signs of butterflies.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. And I specifically really do like pink,
Okay.
but I don't know that you'll find a pink butterfly. But just know that there might be signs
Thank you.
surrounding it. But thank you, and I'm gonna let my sister come in and speak. And there is someone else here that wants to come in as well. But we're letting the lovely Lily manage that. So I'm gonna take my leave, and thank you so much. And don't worry, I will come through because we visit here, and our energy is imprinted here. So even if all this in 100 years was gone, we would still come here and we would still see our home because that's what we choose. Does that make sense?
Oh, it does. It absolutely makes sense. Even if there's no structure here, you would still have the energy contained within Mother Earth that you'd be able to access.
Correct. And oh, by the way, the vortex of energy that you all draw from, that is part of when we have such success here. Of course, we could do the art elsewhere, but that energy really, by the way, was a big boost to how we functioned here, and it's also part of what keeps the spiritual memory of other homes here. It's part of the imprint of these energies. And that's it. That energy that everyone talks about and feels, that actually is helping to keep these memories alive.
I always wondered if the Native American energy that was so prevalent on these grounds aided you in your gifts.
Oh, absolutely.
And your work.
Because they charged the earth. They charged
Deeply.
the earth, and they were able to make connections from the sky, and then pulling from the earth and blending here, and they were able to do that, and it's actually very much infused in. And it's funny because we didn't know this when we were here, but we know this now. We couldn't quite put words to it, but once we transitioned, we understood, like, even the stones here and the old trees hold the memories and the energies of what the Native Americans, the indigenous friends, what they pulled together, because they were able to harness the energy here and the energy here and create a magical balance. Everything in nature must be balanced. And this has been something that they were able to do here, which is what makes this feel so magical here, and why so many people are drawn here, because of what they did. And that's why when people come onto the grounds, they feel so much. Even if there's silly turmoil among the humans, and things feel disrupted sometimes, what remains is that connection from the higher realm meeting here, like lightning, like cloud to ground lightning, just less aggressive. But there's a magic balancing, and that's what those Native American friends and infused here and created. They were drawn to these vortexes. They were drawn to other energy centers throughout the camp where the elementals are drawn and come from. There's a few portals. There's a lot of portals here, but there's a number of portals where you can go into other times and other dimensions, and visit, and it feels like time travel. But they bring that energy through those portals, and this is also how the spirits are able to walk the grounds and still be able to go back to where they come from. But there's a lot of visitors that come from other places that are drawn to these grounds because of that magic infusion and connecting that's been happening. That's been happening for many years.
Now, I do have one more question about the house.
Yes.
I suspect that the part that you had, because you said it's much bigger than when you were here, would be what is now our kitchen. Bathroom and laundry room is the downstairs, and the two bedrooms, and I assume that's where you and May would sleep, and then you lived in the lower part, and then of course it's been extended and built up
Yes.
over the years.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. To confirm, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And also, May hated those tiny steps because she has good feet.
As do I.
So I'm not tapping on you. We're just conversing. So, but yes, we did. We loved this house, but we were only here. We weren't here all the time.
No,
So
just summered here.
So it did. It worked out nicely, and because we thrived in the sun and we thrived in the warmer weather, it's one of the reasons we actually really enjoyed. And also, there were in the summer months from summer solstice on, and well, just prior, just a little bit prior to summer solstice to just after the autumn equinox. There's very powerful energy specifically right here, which is what drew us to this place actually, because of the way the energies meet, and we were able to really thrive in our energy when we would do, art. Well, we weren't doing the art, but when we would hold the space, we could draw upon that energy. We didn't quite understand in the moment. We just felt the energy, and we were able to pull it in to us and surround ourselves in it. And then that energy took over and created what the weaving I was talking about with our energies, and created a safe space for the spirits to come in and create their art, their portraits. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Sometimes I'm not as good at describing things as May is.
No, you're doing beautifully. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, all right. So I am going to step away, and then I believe Linda's going to step in a moment here. Just a moment. Oh no, she's just okay. I'm supposed to say she's going to adjust the energy. Okay. So thank you so much.
Likewise,
And
thank you.
please, just call on us anytime.
And you come back anytime.
Oh,
You're
well,
welcome.
we do. But we'll be more mindful now of showing you. We'll be
Your
more
presence.
mindful of showing the presence, because
Thank
now
you.
we know we've met, and our energies. You recognize my energy, and you will recognize May's, and you'll be able to. You'll know our energy. You'll be able to feel us. By the way, she comes in on the right, I come in on the left, just so we're clear.
Okay.
Okay, thank you all so much. And I'm going to take my leave, and we're going to, she's so bossy. She was that way in life too. Okay, goodbye, many blessings. Wow. Oh, it has been such a long time. Let me get adjusted. Oh. This is wonderful. Hello.
Hello, welcome, May.
Oh, thank you so much. This is
How's
wonderful.
it feel to be back in your old home?
Well, I mean, we visit anyway. But this is wonderful to be here in this way. Seeing it in this energy. Because, by the way, that's how we see things. It's an energy. We see it in energy. And it feels so, there's so much love here. And you respect us in
Absolutely.
a way that there's a difference between people idolizing and respecting, and you respect it. What our I don't like to say what we did, but what we collectively gave spirit to do. So we are so thankful that you understand us and that you are curious about us and want to continue our legacy. This is such an honor because honestly, we weren't sure how that would look long term. Because if you think about it, these kind of things often get lost, especially in old belief systems that tend to resurface and to make science, which should be utilized, but making the human mind try to justify and understand everything when it's just not time to understand it yet. But by the way, you will. It will come. But we're just so thankful that you're still giving spirit a voice through the spirit art and giving them legacy, giving those spirits life, and letting them continue to be here in a place.
Well, they are treasured and cherished items.
Yes.
Probably
Yes.
the most important that we have.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we were discussing more of the you were asking, is this something that we could recreate now? I believe you could.
Okay, good.
I believe you could. There is another medium associated here that does something similar. So it still can be done. However, be mindful of parameters that could make eyebrows raise. And I would impress upon you that it doesn't have to be done here. It wasn't our house or the grounds that very helpful, because we could draw upon energy that was in abundance here. Well, we didn't. We just held the space for it. But where you have the portals and where you have, as Lizzie was pointing out, the vortex, where you have elementals to create and do the actual work, you can do this too. You must hold the space in the way we did it. And it's very, very similar to the state of consciousness that the medium is in currently. Bringing in and bringing up from different places in creating a circle of energy around the canvases. However, you must be ready for the scrutinization.
It is rather fantastical, admittedly. It's hard for people to comprehend how something can be created out of thin air.
Well, it wasn't thin air. It was the elemental nature spirits that did this. They were the ones that were guided to do this, which again is where the butterfly wing dust. They're very similar. They have access to things that we don't in those realms, and they were able to bring them through and create this art. But we didn't even truly understand how it was done until we were on the other side. We kind of knew. We just trusted. We trusted. But we weren't fully sure how it all came together the way it did.
So it's not important for us to have a basket of paints or pastels necessarily. It
No.
seems that you did, though. So those weren't really necessary. Was that just part of your process?
It was part of the process, and it very much like tarot cards. As a reader, a good reader doesn't need the tarot, but the sitter does.
Mm-hmm.
They need to see.
That's a very interesting point.
They need to see. It is part of the, oh, this medium's funny. It's part of the dog and pony show.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of,
We know all about that.
yes, and it was necessary back then,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't what was used. It really wasn't. It is truly nature that was brought in.
So why did you not use canvas, but you used the thin paper? Was it a matter of cost? It was cheaper to use the paper?
It's what we were told to use. And it had, again, now from this side, we understand more than what we just kind of made it up as we went. We didn't actually know as humans. We weren't, it wasn't just about cost. It was what we were told to do. Now that we are here and can see, it is what the elementals, the ones doing the work, were most drawn to.
Mm-hmm.
It had to do with the vibration of the surface. It had nothing, and it was nice because it was less expensive. However, it's what we were told to do.
And you didn't expect it to be here 150 years later either, most likely.
We didn't.
100 years later.
We did not.
Mm-hmm.
We really, as spiritual beings now, we are just fascinated that humans are fascinated and curious. And it's that curiosity that keeps us coming back, and it keeps our memory and our legacy alive. And there will be, just so you know, there are a couple of other pieces of work that will be resurfacing again.
Good.
They are currently in another country, and they've been in a family for a very long time, but they are going to make their way back here.
Oh, wonderful.
We're going to see to it,
Thank you.
because we feel our work is, it's not just appreciation, and yet, yes, you appreciate it, but our work is loved here.
Mm-hmm.
And that love is how we see it from our perspective on the other side, and how what the words I could use for you. It just radiates. What we see is radiated light, glowing light, because of the love And so we are drawn like a moth to a flame. We are drawn to that light that stays here because of the love and appreciation and the care that has gone into taking care of the art that we don't like to say we created it. It is Spirit's voice. It is the elementals that assisted in bringing those pieces to life.
Well, as custodians of your work that was precipitated from your gift, we take it very seriously that we will try to preserve and make sure that the art is well cared for throughout my lifetime, hopefully, and beyond. That is our wish.
And we just encourage you to make sure that there is a legacy plan. That's all.
I do have a disaster plan because, as you know, tornadoes and floods are not uncommon in Indiana, and there is a plan to take all the art out of the middle room and put it into the Western Hotel if there should ever be a disaster or a wild animal would be in there or whatever. We tried to think of all the different scenarios, and we're hoping that, of course, as the custodians of the art, that Camp Chesterfield will endure for many more generations, and those will be kept pristine and in good shape.
And we appreciate that. And just so you know, because of the elementals' involvement in all of this, they are very well preserved magically, for lack of a better word. Energetically, they are protected.
They're being tweaked all the time.
Yes, they are. They are. They're being very, and the elementals still come in and play. They are drawn to that art because it is a creation from them. So they're the ones. And you do have mediums here that see elementals.
Oh, yes.
Invite them.
Yes.
Invite them to ask for a guided tour. Ask them to come through in the way that I'm coming through in this way right now. The elementals can do the same. And they can speak on it. And they can give you more about how they did it. And the magic that is infused, because again, that's the only word that we could even use to describe the love, and what they had done, by the way, is the unconditional love from the Spirit was transmuted through the elementals and then put into place. That's how that worked. It went from the Spirit to the elementals, and the elementals did their job. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Okay. And they're so tiny.
Shingo, or do you have any questions?
I don't know.
Don't be shy. May's happy to answer.
May, oh yes.
I wanna.
Yes.
In the future, something.
He wants to know about the future. What should we expect about the future?
There's, right now, as I zoom out with a broader lens, history is repeating itself right now. And there will be many changes, but it is important for you to know that it will always recalibrate and rebalance, because that is what has to happen. I have to be careful with the things I share. There will be significant change, globally.
Mm-hmm.
And in this country you currently reside in. And just know that it will not last as long as the past, because lines of communication are more readily available.
Mm-hmm.
So things move at a much faster pace. So it will take less time for course correction.
Okay.
But we're not done going in the wrong direction right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we encourage you to find joy in the places that bring you joy, whether that's through art, whether it's through reading a historical book, whether it is lighting a candle and speaking to your loved ones and bringing them closer. Find joy, because that is what's going to regulate the it sounds so grandiose, but it's what regulates the planet. And there are enough souls around the rest of the planet that want the best for what you all are going through. This will course correct. It's just going to get harder for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that being said, find your joy. Find gratitude. That's the one thing I think, if I could give any advice coming back from looking back into the life that we had here, I was a little grouchier than Lizzie. I was a little more stern. But I would find more joy. I would have spent more time finding joy in what brings me, or would have brought me as a human
Mm-hmm.
joy. I still fulfilled my path. I still fulfilled what I came here to do. And it isn't as if we have unfinished business. We just like to visit. We just like to be in the energy here and remember those old times. But even as we, for instance, when we come here and we relive, we're walking through, and what we see is our old home that looks very different than what you have.
Mm-hmm.
When we visit, we step into a place of gratitude that the energy is still here. So even learning as spirits to embrace that joy and gratitude, if I could give you any advice,
Mm-hmm.
it's that.
Well, when we first moved in here, before arranging everything, we put everything in the front living room, and it seemed like it upset the house spirits quite a bit. You remember that, right? It was almost like a radio that was off the channel. It was kind of, we couldn't make out the words, but we could hear it. And also in the very front living room, after we did arrange everything, Shingo and I did notice a very distinct floral smell of gardenias that was in the center of the living room. And I've often wondered if that was either of you.
We loved flowers. So yes, we would do that. We bring, and that's what we love about your home now, is it always smells so nice. And in a little known fact, that was actually so one of Lizzie's gifts is the clair of smell. And so that smell was very important to her, and it would often draw in spirits for her clairvoyance and her in her development. So we like to share in those smells, but we were not disturbed. We were not the ones that were upset. That was not us. there were times that there were people that would visit that did not align in the energies a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But we're okay.
Mm-hmm.
We recognize that things change, things evolve. And we were not, it wasn't us, we were not the ones upset.
Mm-hmm.
The shifting of energy can upset the balance. And when you, just like any change, eventually it settles.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to do what you feel is right within the space.
Mm-hmm.
And the energies will settle.
And they have. We never really, we only experienced a few things when we first moved in here. I think they thought these yahoos were coming in here and disrupting everything.
So
and
think about it like this. You are ghosts to them.
mm-hmm. I can see that.
So they think you're haunting them,
Mm-hmm.
making changes.
Mm-hmm.
They figured it out.
Very good.
They're fine now. But they were relatively newer spirits in this space, not understanding. It's not that they were stuck or didn't know that they had crossed. They just didn't quite understand how it all worked quite yet. And now they're fine. They're okay. They're okay. And sometimes you might even hear banging or hammering, because they still like to create their space, because this energy is what drew them.
Mm-hmm.
And so they are still in their home, just like what we see. But they are in a different frequency from us. So they are in their home. So I guess technically we could be haunting them too. I don't know. But when you get a newer spirit, that's how they unfortunately can sometimes see things. They don't realize that they're the dead ones.
Mm-hmm.
But they're the ones in spirit. Because they're not really, as you know, dead. They've just transitioned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're just getting their foothold as well and trying to figure it out. But we see from our perspective and what we see in our frequency, all is calm and all is fine, and everybody seems to be happy.
Very good. Very good.
And just constantly, just occasionally check in with them, like anything I can do to help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not haunting you. Light a candle for them.
Mm-hmm.
Let them see that you're there. We might even play a prank and blow them out, just for fun.
Why not?
Why not? Lizzie was the prankster though,
Mhm.
just so you know. She loved to play pranks. I was definitely more practical. So I'm going to go ahead. The medium seems to be fading a little bit energetically. So
I
I'm
understand.
going to go ahead and take my leave. But I just really wanted to thank you so much for, again, honoring Spirit's work in the way that you do, and really taking it seriously, and keeping our memory alive. You know, we feel we are much more seen now, even now, than when we were here, because we couldn't quite see it,
Mm-hmm.
because all we could see in front of us was the doubt and the accusations. But we knew that it wasn't us, because I'm just not that talented. I'm just not that good. And neither is Lizzie. So thank you so very much for inviting us.
No,
to
the
be
pleasure
here.
is ours, and please come back and visit
Oh, we
anytime.
will, actually, we will. And plus, you know, the medium apparently is really trying to work on these things, and so maybe next time we have fun, and we do it in even a little more of a grand fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And as she expands her knowledge and energy to be able to do this more often. So I know she has an overwhelming sense of gratitude as well. She's been very excited for this, and yes, we have followed her around.
Oh, very nice.
we have followed her around to let her know, because you know my name is May, and her maiden name, her former last name was June, so we just thought it was funny. we aligned energetically with her very well. So we appreciate you believing in her as well and asking her for this opportunity. So thank you so much, and thank you to the space holder as well, the one sharing the energy. So thank you very much. And I will take my leave. And this is not goodbye. It is just see you soon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, May.
Thank you.
Oh wow. Oh, that was fun.
That was a long session.
Was it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It didn't feel like very long.
An hour?
Really?
Yep.
45 minutes.
Right at about an hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had a lot of questions.
Mhm.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. They were bugging me. They were like all day. I kept hearing them say, "Have questions. Have questions. Have questions."
Mhm.
And I feel like this is going to prompt more questions. Oh, I feel.
And you can watch it back later, right? And know exactly what you said.
Yeah, I just did a regular recording. I didn't do nothing's live. Nothing's on.
Uh-huh. I kept looking to see if I could see spirit,
Yeah.
popping in and out.
Uh-huh.
But
Oh
I,
my God.
like, sometimes I would, thought I saw something, and I'd look over there, and it probably scared you each time I did that.
No.
She's like, whatever.
I'm like, cool.
She's got 100 kids, and nothing scares her. It'd be interesting to go back and watch the video to see if there was
Anything, flashes or
any flashes or any
orbs
or also when they were coming in,
Mhm.
which way they would come in.
Mhm.
I find it fascinating. Like my Joy Guide Lily always comes in over here, but I feel like they both came in from this direction. So they're together, but I felt them come in
Kind of a unit.
this way.
Mhm.
Yeah, still very much connected to one another. And it was funny because they were bantering back and forth. They're like, say this, say this. I could, my conscious mind could hear them. And of course, my conscious mind is trying to pay attention, but then Lily was pushing me back. She's like, you cannot break this connection. There's two of them.
Mhm.
There's two. You need to get out of the way.
Mhm.
And so she kept pushing me back. So that was fascinating. I was kind of nervous I wouldn't be able to do it.
Oh. I didn't know. I
No.
thought
You were like, it was like on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lizzie was like ready to come in.
She's been
Like
bugging me all
100%.
day. She's like, Lizzie! Earlier today.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Is her name actually Lizzie?
Mm-hmm.
So, yay. Well, maybe next time
Not
we
to
try
be
to get
confused
George.
with Lizzie Borden.
No. No, that's
Very
my other
different.
friends are obsessed with her.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So,
Michelle and
interesting.
Laura. No, thank you for coming and spending time with us in our space.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the
Gave
invite.
us some ideas.
This is fascinating. You can go ahead and stop
Thank
the
you.